quoi dans la nuit du 12 octobre?
Est-ce que Clara avait des ennuis?
Elle tombait facilement amoureuse.
The idea for the film came really from reading the book, which is not a novel, but a documentary book, I mean, which has been written by a writer whose name is Pauline Guénat. We knew that it was based on a true crime, on a real crime, as she describes it in the book. But it's not, I mean, in France, it's not a crime that has gotten any media attention. I mean, I had never heard about it, which for me was an advantage because it allowed me, I mean, to really treat it as a fiction. My goal was not to recreate as faithfully as possible a true crime, but it was to use that, you know, as a starting point for a fictional story, and to also see and watch how an investigator reacts to not being able to solve a case, and what it generates in terms of frustration or anger or whatever. And so I felt it was an interesting way to have a new approach to a crime story.
On fait un boulot bizarre quand même. On combat le mal en rédigeant des rapports.
Often in crime stories, you tend to keep just the moments where the cops are heroic and pulling out their gun and running after criminals, etc., etc. And what I realized when I read the book, there's nothing much spectacular and heroic about their work, that it's a lot of office work. The fact that some of them, you know, mix up their private life problems with their professional problems. And it's funny because at some screenings there were audience members who said, well, it's good because you see that cops are human beings as well, you know, and, which seems kind of obvious, but well, I mean, sometimes it's good to say it.
Cette obsession à vouloir cramer les filles, pourquoi vous êtes tous à fantasmer là-dessus?
Vous voulez savoir pourquoi elle s'est fait tuer? Moi, je sais, je vais vous dire.
The violence of men towards women and what it tells about masculinity, and how what it tells the characters of the film, the police investigators, about their own masculinity, would be one of the themes of the film. You know, for years now, there's been the Me Too movement, and women have been speaking up. And I mean, unless you completely ignore it, you of course start asking yourself questions, you know, about masculinity. Why is violence, you know, comes from men mostly, and what does it say about our own masculinity? And so we kind of build in those questions with the character of Johan. The good thing about films like crime stories is that you have an investigation, you know, that will get the audience interested because they want to know, you know, how it's going to be solved or not solved. But it allows you to bring in themes and subjects that are, you know, that go beyond that.
C'est quelque chose qui clash entre les hommes et les femmes.